Case Study 1. Where did the first Catholic Mass take place? In this case, we will not focus on the significance of the site of the first Catholic Mass in the Philippines, but rather use it as a historical exercise in the utilization of evidence and interpretation in reading historical events. Butuan was long believed that the site of the first Mass took place in Butuan, Philippines, on April 8, 1521. Is the first arrival and celebration of the Mass toward the end of 19th century and start of 20th century. The first Mass was made for both Spanish and Filipino scholars. And there are two primary sources the historians refer to identifying the site of the first Mass. The first one is log, or the diary of Francisco Albo. The log kept by Francisco Albo. He is the one of the pilot in Magellan ship and also one of the 18 survivors who returned with Sebastian Elcano of the ship of Victoria. The second one is Antonio Pigafetta. Like Albo, he is also a member of Magellan expedition. We all know that Pigafetta is a historian. He wrote so many books, particularly during the Magellan expedition. One of the Pigafetta's primary resources that used to cite the first Mass are Pigafetta's testimony on the route of Magellan expedition and Pigafetta and the 7 Days in Masuba. Both of them, Francisco Albo and Antonio Pigafetta, eyewitness of the events, particularly the first Mass. Both of them coincide and collaborate each other, but Pigafetta give more detailed what did during their week-long stay in Masuwa. But using the primary sources, first Miguel A. Bernard in his work, Butuan or Limasawa, the first site of the first Mass in the Philippines, a re-examination of evidence in 1981, lays down that the argument that Pigafetta accounts is a crucial aspect of Butuan was not mentioned on the Agusan River. It is curious omission in the account of the river, which makes part of the distinct characteristic of Butuan geography that seemed to be too important to be missed. But later on, Pigafetta vividly described a trip in a river after Magellan's death. The survivor of his expedition went to Mindanao and seemingly went to Butuan. But this account already happened after Magellan's death.